Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. We are quickly going to get into the beginning of our budget for the month of July. We are officially halfway through the year and things are rolling. There were a few changes made to my budget that I wanted to get into today with you all, and I think it's a little bit different. It adds a little bit of variety to these videos, which is great because not every video is going to be me busting my budget. If I didn't make these changes, then that's what it would have been for this video as well. So stay tuned and I will get right into the video, and we're gonna start off with just a little goal check-in. Where we last left off was that I finished paying off my loan completely, which is fantastic. And now we are moving on to my husband's student loan officially. Again, the Roth IRA thing might not happen. We'll see where we go from here with that, if I end up doing a backdoor or not. But as of right now, we are shelving that goal. And for my husband's student loan, he got a windfall of money and put that immediately towards his student loan. So we are at $15,000 left. $15,000 left to pay towards his student loan, which I believe we can get rid of in the next 3 months, starting in August. So that's where we are with that. We have $15,000 left. I'm gonna be putting $2,000 a month towards it, and he's gonna keep putting $3,000 a month towards it. So that's 3 months left. We can do this if we stay focused. So I will keep you guys up to date on that, but that's where we are for debt right now. We are in the month of July, so let's quickly add some of our bills that we did pay, starting with the rent. The rent for me has not changed at all. Last month, you guys saw I did a prorated amount because we just moved in, but for July, it is $1,300 as usual. And we also paid groceries. So for groceries, the first bill was $80, and then the second one we will see later on in the month. For student loan, I paid $0, and I'm gonna pay $0 for his as well for the month of July, and you will see why soon. For electric, I paid $61.87. That was the electric for this month. It is a little pricier. It's probably gonna be pricey going forward just because we are at a little bit of a pricier place. Nothing for the blog yet, nothing for Netflix until the end, and nothing for gym until the end of the month. So that is where we are for our bills. We've paid a few. 7, 1, 20, 24. He put $15,000 towards his. So right now we are at about 15,500 or so left for this loan. Again, I'm gonna start putting 2,000 towards it in August. So our due date is still December, but it's looking like we might finish this earlier, guys. So I will keep you updated on that, on our journey towards debt freedom here. Things for June, we didn't. For July, I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, guys. I will keep you updated, but it's not looking like I'm gonna be saving this month either, which I am okay with. For emergency fund, we did get some interest of $72 because I have like a high yield savings account, so that's good. But I don't include interest in here, so I'm not gonna include it in this as well. And then for my individual brokerage as well, I didn't add anything in July yet. We will see if I do or not. It's not looking like it's gonna happen though, just because we are taking sort of a break. So I will keep you guys updated on that as well. And one thing that I don't include in my budget tracking is my 401k contributions. I do give about $500. It's $495 every paycheck to be exact. So a little bit under $1,000 every month goes towards my 401k investments. And I did just get 100% vested in that. So that's good. I finally stayed long enough in order to have the 100% of the 401k balance. But I do not include that here because it is out of sight, out of mind. Maybe I'll start doing that, I'm not sure. But I will get more into my 401k balance in a future video where I basically give you guys the rundown of all of my investment and saving accounts. So stay tuned for that. But regarding emergency fund, individual brokerage, and my savings goal, nothing has happened in the month of July as of yet. Mind you, we are only 7 days into the month. Maybe things will change, you never know. but that's where we are for the savings. And again, no beans, didn't save $500. So that's where we are for the housekeeping aspect of the budget. So let's move on to the actual facts and figures. So this is my calendar. We've got a cabin trip coming. My sister's birthday is today. My nephew's birthday is next Wednesday. And then my husband's birthday is this Thursday. So we've got a lot going on in July. There's a lot of birthdays to celebrate, a lot of spending. And speaking of spending, it's looking like I'm not gonna get 10 no spend days. We'll see. I can still do it during the week. So we'll see. Save 500, we'll see. Again, I don't know if I can. And then I crossed out 2,000 towards husband's student loan because we're not gonna be paying that for July, taking a little bit of a break after the windfall came in. And one Amazon commission, maybe. I'll say one Amazon commission to see if we can get it. But honestly, people are enjoying their summer. They're not really spending like that because there's a lot going on with the economy still, and housing prices and all that. People are trying to survive, and so Amazon shopping is not anyone's first priority, and I understand that. So that's a goal, but we'll see what we can do with it. So I mentioned earlier that I changed things around for my budget, and I did. First of all, I was paid cash back because I used my credit card to pay for this cabin trip for my husband's birthday. $40, $39.20. So I added that because, it's income. So let's just look at our budget. For living, the same, $16.20. That really never changes. Self-care, we have $280.20. Am I gonna spend all of that? Probably not. For discretionary, I changed it. So usually I like to keep it at 500. I haven't hit under 500 in probably a quarter. So for discretionary, I changed it to $2,400. Now that sounds crazy, right? Because that's about how much I make with one paycheck. It's like half my income. Yeah, so that's what I put it at because I was planning this trip for my husband, as well as I need to be able to spend some money on top of that. So 24 is where we're at. I think that's the more realistic number, honestly, in order to not always break my budget by $1,500. So that's where we are for that. For entertainment, that's Netflix, $30, didn't change. For the vet, we are having some road bumps in terms of our dog, not really for his health per se, but just for certain rules and regulations for bringing him across the border into Canada and back. And so in order to avoid this road bump, we got to pay some money. So we're having an appointment on Monday, on July 8th, where we're gonna get him a new rabies shot. He hasn't lapsed, but we need to do that. And then we need to get him a health certificate in order to bring him across the border and back. I've budgeted $500 for this from my side. I don't think it's gonna be that much for each person, but that's the number that I did default to. So we'll see. So far for the deposit for this visit, I had to pay $55. That's half, so $110. So it's looking like a pricey month for the animals. And then for debt, I put 0 because we are not doing that this month. We are taking a break after the big windfall that my husband received, and we're gonna start it over fresh in August. So I budgeted a total of $4,830 to spend this month between bills and miscellaneous, and I make a total of $4,892. At the end of this, I should have $62 left over. If I stay within my budget, I'm gonna try because that's insane. Obviously, I don't expect to spend on beauty as well as a full $500 for vet, so we'll see. But that's where we're at. So we will see. We're already kind of ahead of the game because I did get some cash back for $39. So that'll probably help towards the end of the month, but let's just see how my spending has impacted the budget so far. My biggest spend is $2,143.64, and that is for a 4-night trip in the mountains, cabin trip. we do this every year. It looks like I just like to do something for my husband's birthday because, you know, he doesn't ask for much. So we're doing that this year. We're gonna go to the cabin for his birthday. And then on the 6th of July, so yesterday, we went to H Mart and just kind of went ham a little bit, bought a bunch of stuff. I split it up into 3 payments because I ended up going back a few times. So we've got $7.90 for the first trip, $12.86 for the second one, and $17.64 for a bibimbap bowl, just so we could try it because, you know, we were hungry and wanted something a little different. And that's for one bibimbap bowl. So that's the reality of living in Seattle, guys. Like, it's pricey out here, and, you know, with inflation, people have to make a living. So that is how much it cost. I also went to Salt and Straw and got some ice cream. It was $20 for 2. For me and for my husband. That was last weekend. And then on the 1st, I bought a bottle of water from a Boathouse Cafe, as well as we had some Thai food over in Fremont for $64.94. And I've been treating a little bit more this month. I think usually I don't really pay when we eat out, but I've been feeling generous. So I've been treating a little bit more, and that's why things are a little bit pricier. Usually you'd see it be like $30 or like $10 because we usually split or he'll pay, but I've been feeling a little generous. Like, he's been really focused on paying off his loan, and so I still want to go out. So if I really want to go out and he's like, oh, we should probably save, then I'm going to spend because I want to go out. So that's usually how it happens. That's how it's been happening. So yeah, that's where we are for our spending. So let's see what the totals are looking like. $2,269.40. That's where we are at right now. So I'm just gonna put that here. So I have $130 left to spend for the rest of the month in order to stay within my budget. And I think I can do that. I do have a dinner planned with my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew because his birthday is coming up next week. So that's gonna spend a little bit, but we're going to like not that pricey of a place. So we'll see. And then when I go out to this cabin with my husband, if I can spend less than, $100 for like snacks and stuff, I think we can do it. So that is basically where we are with the budget. We are within the budget. It is spendier, but I planned for it. So this is just for the first paycheck. For the second one, it's gonna be a little bit more cooled down because the birthdays are over, 4th of July is past, and the trip is over. So I think it will all even out. It's just gonna be a spendier first 2 to 3 weeks of the month. So that's where we are. We're looking all right. We're looking pretty good, keeping the bills low and the spending within reason. And there's really not much more to say. So I just want to know how you guys are doing for your July budgets, if you guys celebrated the 4th, and if that was spendy for you or not. Leave that below in the comments. Let me know what you think of my budget and what you're doing for your own. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.